Hello friends, welcome to my lab. In this video I will show you the parts of a 100 kVA distribution transformer and I will discuss the following parts of it. If you love my video, please like it and don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Let's switch on. This is a 100 kVA 11 kV by 433 volt distribution transformer. This side is the high tension primary side of the transformer and connected with the 11 kV feeder. The brown objects that are the projecting outside is called the high tension bushing. Actually, it is a hollow electrical insulator can withstand 11 kV pressure and it is used to pass the electrical conductors through the conducting barrier of the transformer tank without making electrical contacts. There are two types of bushing is used, that is high tension bushing and low tension bushing. And you can see these are the three phase high tension bushing and red, yellow, blue colors are painted on it for phase marking, and these are made from porcelain. These are the 433 volt low tension bushing having 3 phase with neutral terminals. The terminals are marked as 2U, 2V, 2W and 2N. Here 2 means the secondary and UVW represent the 3 different phases and N represent the neutral terminal of the transformer. The hidden but vital part of the transformer is the transformer core, which is inserted inside the transformer main tank. The main function of it is to hold the low tension and high tension windings, to link the magnetic flux and to provide the low reluctance path for magnetic flux. To reduce the eddy current loss, the core is laminated, and to reduce the hysteresis loss, the core is made from CRGO steel or silicon steel. There are two types of core constructions, coat type and cell type. Mainly, coat type construction is widely used. The high tension and low tension terminals are internally connected with the high tension and low tension winding of the transformer. The former wounds 3-phase windings are placed on the limb of the core. The high tension and low tension windings are placed on the same limb so that it can consume less amount of space and better flux linkage between the windings. The high tension windings require more insulation as well as the low tension winding requires less insulation. So, the low tension winding is placed nearest to the core and high tension winding is placed on the low tension winding for better insulation. The high tension winding is connected in delta having only 3-phase terminals, and the low tension winding is connected in star having 3-phase with neutral terminals. The connection is called DY11. I will discuss the vector grouping in another video. The transformer core with windings are inserted inside the transformer main tank. It acts as the container for the core and windings and completely filled with transformer oil. The transformer oil plays a vital role in this type of transformer. Actually, the transformer oil is a paraffinic based mineral oil used for cooling and providing extra insulation for the windings. Depending on time and continuous use of the transformer oil, the quality of oil get lowered, and after a certain period of time it should be replaced. Now you can see this is the transformer oil inlet valve provided on the top level of the transformer main tank. Now you can see the blade looking objects, that is called the cooling fins. It is also called the radiator of the transformer. It is mainly a hollow plate through which oil can easily flow. When the load increased, then the heat produced inside the core is also increased. Then the oil inside the transformer helps to radiate the heat by flowing through these fins. The surrounding air cool down the oil by flowing through the gaps of the fin. It actually increases the effective area of the tank. For larger size of transformer, the heat production is more, so the number of fins will be more, and separate fan is used for cooling by air force. Now you can see this is the explosion vent of the transformer. Basically, it is a bent pipe with thin aluminum diaphragm. It is used to prevent the damage of the transformer tank by releasing any excessive pressure generated inside the transformer by heating. So we can say this is a safety device. Now you can see this is the mercury field temperature gauge or thermometer. -5 degrees Celsius minimum, normally 80 degrees Celsius and 95 degrees Celsius maximum temperature can be measured by the thermometer. Actually it measures the temperature of the transformer oil, and the gauge is placed on the conservator tank. The conservator tank is used to provide adequate space for oil expansion inside the transformer. The tank is also acts as the reservoir for the transformer oil. I will explain the full operation of it in another video. Here you can see there are 4 pipes fitted with the conservator tank. The 2 vertical pipes are directly fitted with the transformer main tank, and the right angled bend pipe is to be fitted with breather, and the topmost pipe is for the oil inlet purpose. This is the danger plate. The plate is to be shown off near the working zone. The transformer is not active now, so this is not in position. You can see the drilled plate is fitted with the transformer main tank. These are called the lifting eye. It is used to lift and transport the transformer. Now you can see this is the nameplate of the transformer. The full details of the transformer, that is the voltage rating, kVA rating, current rating, vector grouping and others are punched on it. I will discuss the nameplate with full details in another video. And you can see this is the transformer oil inlet valve. It is used to fill the transformer oil into the tank, and this is the oil outlet valve used to empty the tank. There should be 2 more other vital part of the transformer which are not fitted with it, that is the rod gap surge diverter and breather. You can see the 3 lines are coming from the 11 kV feeder is directly connected with another 150 kVA transformer, and there are 2 bent metallic rod placed face to face each other on high tension bushing, and this is called the rod gap surge diverter. One rod is to be connected with the line and another is to be connected with the earth of the transformer body. Normally the rods are not conducting, and when a lightning surge strike on it, then the high voltage surge break down the air gap between the 2 rods and conduct to ground. Thus the whole transformer is protected from the lightning discharge. The distance between the gap and insulator should not be less than 1/3 of the gap length. Now you can see this is the breather of the transformer. Basically it acts as an indicator of the moisture content in transformer oil. Actually it is a transparent bottle filled with blue silica gel crystal. The main function of it is to absorb the moisture from air entering into the conservator tank. When the transformer cools down, then the volume of the oil reduces and draw air from the atmosphere. Then if the moisture with air enters into the tank, then it will destroy the insulating property of the transformer oil. As you can see, the color of the dry silica gel crystal is dark blue, and when the breather absorbs moisture, then the color is changed into pink. That indicates the oil is now to be changed. Here you can see the color of the silica gel is pink. So from the indication we can say that the oil is contaminated by moisture and it should be changed as early as possible. This is the whole cut section body of the transformer, and all parts are shown on this figure. Stay tuned with us. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.